Hello, guys. Welcome to another interesting, exciting, and educative video here on the Foam TV. My name, as usual, is Foam Hene. In this episode, I'm going to give you a detailed blow-to-blow account of our recent trip to Kumasi. We're going to tell you about all the farms we visited, all the new and amazing people we met, and all the projects that we are starting in Kumasi. If today is your first time on this channel, please click on the subscribe button, share this video, and comment. So our first trip took us to Duase, where our client, who has an 8-acre land with a school on it, wants to demarcate some part of the land to set up a catfish farm. I mean, this is going to be a very interesting project because the way I look at it, this project is also going to serve as an educational support for the kids because they are going to learn firsthand how fish farming, how catfish farming is done. And for me, it's a plus to the school. So we went there. We went to demarcate or lay out the part where we are going to use for the catfish farm and all the supporting facilities and structures that we are going to add to this catfish farm. So I mean, that was the first place that we landed as soon as we got to Kumasi. And guys, if you've been following this channel, we've been to Kumasi a couple of times, and I always tell you, Kumasi is a very beautiful place with a lot of opportunities that are lying for people to grab. So we started with this farm. We call it a farm now because as soon as we set up this catfish farm, it becomes a farm for us. So we started with this farm. You can see that we are demarcating the site that we are going to cord off. We are going to cord off all this area with galvanized wire mesh so that the students or the kids do not go there, to play and to cause harm to themselves or the animals that we have there. So we are going to fence off this whole area and gate it nicely. So after that, already the school has a good water source, so water is not a problem. They also have a very good drainage system, which is also not going to be a problem. So we are going to set up initially a 3,000 capacity tarpaulin catfish farm. This is going to be a tarpaulin. We are going to use tarpaulin ponds in setting up this farm, and then after that we are going to stock it and get it ready for use. Because we are in Kumasi, our client was very kind enough. He took us to one of the best fufu joints in Kumasi to go and feast us. So we were very grateful to Nana Fosu for hosting us nicely and giving us the best welcome to Kumasi on this trip. Then another farmer who has also become a friend through this channel also lodged us in this plush hotel in Kumasi called Beauty Queen Hotel. And I was amazed because this is somebody whose farm we were not even visiting, but just knew that we were in Kumasi, and then decided to lodge us in this luxurious place. And this is the first time I had been to this hotel, and it's a very nice place with a very quality service. And I could not just hold back but share with you guys what amazing facility that they have, and then what a very nice gesture that our friend and a subscriber to this channel showed to us on this trip. And we are very grateful to him. He wants to remain anonymous, so I'm not going to mention his name, but we thank him very much for doing us this favor. Very early in the following morning, we were headed towards Dominasi, also in the Ashanti region, where another client who wants to start a catfish farm and do earthen ponds called us to come and look at his site and see how we are going to plan the whole project together. So we went there. On the site right now, They have grown rice, so it's a rice field as we speak. But in the dry season, we are going to start the construction of the ponds, earthen ponds, and use machines to create our ponds and see how we are going to stock it with fish and then start our fish farm right where the rice farm is right now. At this same site too, our client wants to start a snail farm. He's using concrete housing. So we went to discuss the advantages and disadvantages of using the concrete housing. We want to also look at how he's going to stock each pen that he has created, because you know that the size of the pen or the area or square meter that you have determines how many snails parent stock that you can put in each pen. So we went to calculate that and let him know. We also looked at how he was going to treat the soil, especially before he stocks the snails, because most people do not treat the soil well. They just go and dig some black soil and kind of dump them in the pen. If you do that, you are going to experience a lot of mortality on your farm. So we also looked at how he's going to prevent predators, because snails are non-vertebrate, so you have to put in measures to prevent some pests and some predators who will be on the farm to harm them. We're also looking at how he's going to hatch the eggs of the snails, because one reason why most snail farmers do not succeed is that they cannot hatch eggs successfully. So the snails will lay eggs all right, but they are not able to successfully hatch those eggs and to grow those hatchlings until they mature for them to sell. Again, you have to also look at the level of soil that you are going to put in each pen, the level of the soil, and you have to look at the ventilation, how you are going to ensure that there's enough air that runs or circulates through the farm or the snail pen that you are going to do. So, we had a lot of discussion and it was very fruitful discussion, sharing ideas and seeing how we are going to ensure that the project succeeds in every shape or form. The main purpose of myself is that no matter how the situation is, if we come to the farm and some things have already been done, we are going to look at the best way that we can shape the things that you have done already and achieve the best results that we can with what has already been done. So we ensured that we did the level of the soil, we checked the allowance for air that's going to ensure that there's enough ventilation in the systems. We are also going to create a small gutter around the whole snail farm and put water in it so that it's going to prevent predators like ants and other animals from entering into the snail pens. So after the whole day's job was done, this client was also kind enough to gift us 2 ducks. Look, on this trip, I have a lot of exciting news to share, because everywhere we went, people were willing and happy to see us and share ideas on the farm and contribute to whatever project that they were doing. So this client also gave us 2 ducks to take to our farm in the central region. So we are also very grateful to Mr. Michael for this kind gesture. After this trip, we continued to other places. We went to Barikese, we went to Adanse, Fomina, and a couple of other places that we are going to share with you. But here, we want to end this video on this note and let you know how the first part, I'll do a part 2 of this video. So this is part 1. I want you to know how part 1 went, and then from here we went to another place that we are going to show in part 2. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you again on another video or the part 2 of this video that I'll share. See you again next time. Bye bye.